Yeah, actually, I coached a player in junior college that signed to play at Cincinnati, and and having grown up in an era where Cincinnati basketball regularly played in NCAA tournaments and went to deep runs, and just the area and the love for basketball. I mean, I think there's just a lot of excitement with the new additions, and Cincy being one of them. Just when you think of Cincinnati, you think of basketball. I do, growing up. So I know Wes has done a tremendous job there and will continue to grow the program, and excited to have all the new additions to the Big 12.
Well, I think it obviously brings a rich basketball heritage and tradition. When you talk about the most traditional teams in our league, Cincinnati's got to be at the top. I mean, Oscar played there, you national champions, and then of course everything that what Hugs did there, and then of course with what Wes will do there. I think Cincinnati's an unbelievable sports town. So I think it's a great add to us. And if I was in the fan base of any of the four schools coming into the league, I'd be real excited about the potential that exists and the opportunities that exist for each and every one of them.
Basketball tradition there. You talk about the great players that played there, just a great program. And Wes is recruited really well. I've watched his teams play, and their style of play is going to, fit really well in the Big 12 as well. And, anytime you go there and play at Cincinnati, it's going to be a battle now, stuff. What a great venue to play in as well and things. So, again, they're going to elevate this league in terms of the program that they're bringing into Big 12 competition.
I haven't been in the new arena, the renovation anyway. Is it pretty nice? I mean, I know they're working on it just, I think, as we were moving. Just the history of basketball, I was talking about, some of these schools, the history that goes way back. I do remember Oscar Robertson sitting courtside. I mean, how many schools can do that? Have maybe the greatest of all time sitting courtside. So the history of that place is remarkable basketball-wise. It's amazing. They love it, and I think it's a great addition to our league. We play a lot over there, and I know there's a rivalry now. What's the name of the football game? What they call it? River City, some kind of rivalry game. But we loved playing against them. Recruited over there a lot in Cincinnati. Never seemed to get a guy or beat him on a player. Either Xavier, Ohio, or Ohio State, or Cincinnati. But we did recruit over there a lot too.
As a follow-up, are you familiar with the family ties between the two programs with their SIDs?
The SID with Cohen's. Yeah, I was thinking of my guy here. Yeah, no, well aware. I know it's going to be a rivalry game in the Cohen household. Yes, well aware of it. And the other thing is I've gotten to know Coach Miller real well over the summer. As who I saw him play. I did hold that against them, but I saw him play when he was at a prep school before. But we've become good friends in the last 12 months or so in the meetings, and sitting in the rain at Record Park in the summer that Brett set up for us this summer. So I know about the Cohens and the rivalry. But remember. He grew up a Horned Frog. Let's remember now. He may be a Cincinnati Bearcat, but he grew up a Horned Frog.
Montgomery Inn ribs, Skyline chili, Grater's ice cream. That's a start, but obviously great program. A lot of success. When I coached at Valparaiso University, we played there when Coach Huggins was the coach, and just always been one of the better programs in the country, and great fan base. Wes is a great coach. He's doing a great job recruiting, and I know he's going to have a lot of success there. And again, Cincinnati speaks for itself. People know what a basketball tradition and the great players and coaches they've had in the past.
Yeah, absolutely. I've known Wes in the profession. I've watched him from afar, and I know how elite a coach he is, and I know what they're doing there at Cincinnati. I know the home crowd. They've got a great home court atmosphere there. So, and just knowing, him and what he's going to bring, very, very tough defensive team, very, very well coached. And then you throw in that atmosphere. And I know there's an excitement to come to the Big 12. So that's what we're expecting. They're one of the teams we play twice. So I know when we go to Cincinnati, it'll just be like a lot of the other Big 12 venues, that it'll be very, very loud and, energetic, and right up in Oklahoma for leaving.
Cincinnati Bearcat basketball has been a bell cow school, not just in American, across basketball. You kidding me? Bob Huggins? Not very many people here. I mean, I saw Oscar Robertson play. I hate to say that, but I did. I saw him play for the Milwaukee Bucks. I think that was 1970, 71 maybe. That's Cincinnati basketball. I mean, Cincinnati's an institutional program in college basketball. Cincinnati was there and never left. Their floor was most people's ceiling because of their consistency. Memphis was like that. They were always good. Cincinnati, always good. Connecticut, once Coach Calhoun, who I coached against a lot of times, got there, they were always good. So those, and SMU with Larry Brown. Heck, they might have been the best at that time, if I remember right. But SMU, Cincinnati, Memphis, Connecticut, I said, this is a really good basketball league. And then I think the Cincinnati teams, though, I'd never been to Cincinnati before. When I was at Oklahoma, we played non-conference. Yeah, you know what? I had them. That's not true. I did. We played Huggins when he had Kenyon Martin. Don't ask me how that went. Although I did have Eduardo Naja. But Cincinnati's it's got a brand, and once we got going, those became great games, and I don't think anything will change.
Your program kind of reminds me of those teams, and that's why I'm asking. Do you see some of those same tendencies with mixed teams and Huggins teams?
Probably more Huggins teams, because he started it. Nick was his assistant, and they were both dear friends of mine. I still talk to Nick, and Hugs and I text occasionally. But when you can look at a program and then think about a style of play, it's always going to be good, bad, or indifferent, right? But when you think of Cincinnati, you think of this, and I'm sure